Hello, I'm Dolly. My channel name is Tea Time with Dolly and Thrifty Living. So I have my tea today. Nice warm summer morning. And if you like my video, I hope that you'll tap the thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I would love it if you would. And if I look a little plainer today, it's because I have no eye makeup on. Because last week, on Wednesday and Thursday, I had cataract surgeries. So I don't know if any of you are facing cataract surgery or not, but so many people do need it by the time they get to my age or even before. So anyway, I know I was a little nervous about it. So I want to tell you my experience. I had talked to some friends that had the surgery and relatives, and they act like, oh, it didn't hurt at all. But I was still a little nervous. So I'm a big chicken anyway. So anyway, I'll tell you my experience. Now, I did pay $33 a day to have their van from the surgery center to come to my house and pick me up. And it was about an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back with traffic and road construction and the fact that I couldn't drive once I had the surgery. So it was worth it to me. Otherwise, I would have had to have got someone to take me and bring me home, and they might have missed work or, and been out gas and wear in their car and all like that. And it's just worth it to let them do that. But I want to tell you, for me, I just had the very basic cataract surgery. And so different people could be different, and depending on what's wrong with your eyes, or if you want to have the surgery where you never ever have to wear glasses. There's different kinds. But for me, it really didn't hurt. The only thing that hurt, well, there was one little thing, is where they put the needle, stuck me with the needle for an IV. And that wasn't a big IV attached to an IV pole or anything like that. It was just a little, I don't know, not very big, maybe about that big, that they could put medicine in. I was not put to sleep. After I went into the surgery center or the surgery room, I could hear the doctor and the nurses talking. In fact, I had one doctor on Wednesday and a different one on Thursday. The one on Thursday, I guess, was called the singing doctor. That's what my driver told me. And he sang while he was doing it. I think I remember him going through one verse and humming a little bit, and I was done. So the surgery itself does not take very long at all. Maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I don't know. Of course, I didn't look at a clock while I was in there, but it wasn't long. Now, I was there about 3 hours. So I got there at 8:30 on the first day, and I left at 11:30. But a lot of it was just, they check in, you go to the waiting room, then you go back and they check your eyes. They decide which eye they're going to do first. My left, they said, was the worst, so they do that first. And then they put eye drops in your eye and you go back in the waiting room. It's just, getting you ready. And of course, none of that hurt. And then when you go down to the surgery area, then of course they check your blood pressure, and you're ready to go in, get you ready to go in for the surgery, and just a few minutes you're back out. So I'll show you, this is the glasses they had on me when I came out of surgery. They're just plastic throwaway glasses. They just put those on you just so you don't bump your eye or scratch it or rub it or anything like that right afterwards. And so the next day on Thursday was just a repeat of Wednesday, except they checked the eye they had done the day before. And then of course, they did the other eye, the right eye. And then on Friday, the van picked me up again so that I could go back and have my eyes checked. So that was really easy. There wasn't much to that, but anyway, they checked me and they said that it was okay now for me to read and to drive. Because right after the surgery, they don't want you to read. I suppose they don't want you straining your eyes right after the surgery. And they don't want you to drive. And I did pay $80 for this little bag. It's really good, sturdy material. But it had, I'll show you what's in it. But the medicine, the eye drops alone, I believe I read was around $300 if you go and buy them at the store. I mean, at the pharmacy. Of course, my insurance would have probably paid for a lot of that, but I'm not sure that I would have saved anything because they probably wouldn't have paid for all of it. Probably just part of it. And then got a few other little goodies in the bag. So these are the eye drops. And I think I have to use them for about 5 weeks. I'll run out of the one before that, and then you finish off with the other one. I have to use them 4 times a day. 2 of one kind, and 2 of the other kind. And then when you run out of the one kind, you finish up with the other one. So that was in there. And then I had these beautiful goggles to wear to bed. I thought, oh no, how am I going to sleep in those? But you know, they were really pretty comfortable. That was just the night of the surgery, and the next night is the next surgery. Because they don't want your covers, blankets, or anything to hit your eye, or you forget and rub your eye or something of a night. And then I got these sunglasses that were in the bag, and I really liked them. Of course, I wore them in the van on my way home and the next day. And I've been wearing them to drive, and actually, I can see really well out of them. And then they gave me this, in the bag was advertising for their eye surgery, eye specialist, and the eye chart on the back. Now, this will probably go to a thrift store. I don't think I need it. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know what it's like in case you're facing that surgery. And I will tell you that I have noticed afterwards, everything seems brighter, for me anyway. And also, I've seen more cobwebs and more little spots, specks of dirt and stuff that I didn't really notice before. So I've spent this week doing some cleaning. Also, I've noticed more wrinkles on my face, or they're more clear. I thought, oh my, not sure that's so good. But anyhow, I think it did help, because I can see, you know, like I said, brighter and more clear. So I think that's all I have to tell you. But if you are facing cataract surgery, don't worry too much about it, because it's really not bad at all. Of course, I can't say for everything, because that was just my experience and my basic cataract surgery. I know you can get surgeries done where you never ever have to wear glasses again, and it may depend on how bad your eyes are. You know, I'm sure there's different factors when it comes to health problems in your eyes and so forth, but that was my experience. And the experience also of some of my friends has told me the same thing when they had it done. So I hope that relieves any fears that you have. But, you know, like I said, everybody, situations may be different, and so it could be different for some people. But I hope you have a good week. May God bless you this week. Bye-bye.